Imagine being the single most famous person on planet Earth. You are an international hero, the first to fly solo across the Atlantic. You have the perfect life, the perfect wife, and a beautiful 22-month-old son. And then, on a windy, rainy Tuesday night, you walk into the nursery and the crib is empty. This isn't just a story about a crime. This was a story that changed how the entire world viewed safety. This is the Lindbergh baby abduction. It's March 1st, 1932. Charles Lindbergh and his wife Anne are at their secluded estate in Hopewell, New Jersey. At around 10 p.m. that night, the nursemaid rushes to Charles. The baby, Charlie Jr., is gone. They run to the nursery. The window is open. Muddy footprints trail across the floor. Outside, lying in the grass, is a crude homemade ladder. One of the rungs is snapped, as if it broke under the weight of someone climbing out. And on the windowsill, a white envelope. Inside is a ransom note demanding $50,000. It's written in broken English and signed with a strange hand-drawn symbol, 2 interlocking blue circles, and a red dot. No fingerprints, no witnesses, just silence. The police arrive and it's chaos. Remember, this is 1932. Crime scene preservation wasn't what it is today. Reporters and onlookers trample the grounds, likely destroying crucial evidence. But the investigation moves forward, desperate to bring the child home. Then, in a bizarre twist, a retired teacher in the Bronx named John Condon places an ad in the newspaper offering to act as a go-between. Surprisingly, the abductors accept. Condon receives a letter that agrees to meet a man who calls himself John in a dark cemetery. John has a German accent and hides his face. He claims the baby is safe on a boat. The Lindberghs authorize the payment. They pack a box with gold certificates, currency that is easy to track if you know what to look for, and hand it over in a cemetery in the dead of night. They wait for the location of the baby. John tells them the child is on a boat called the Nellie near Martha's Vineyard. Charles Lindbergh takes to the skis himself, flying over the ocean for days, searching the waters. There is no boat and there is no Nellie. The search comes to a heartbreaking end in May. A truck driver pulls over on a road just a few miles from the Lindbergh estate and walks into the woods. There, tragically, he discovers the child. The forensics suggest the little boy had passed away the very night he was taken, likely from a fall when that ladder rung snapped. The heartbreak turns to a hunt. For 2 years, the trail goes cold. The police have nothing but the serial numbers on those gold certificates, so they have to wait until someone spends them. Then, in September 1934, it happens. A gas station attendant in New York gets a $10 gold certificate from a customer. He thinks it looks suspicious, so he writes the license plate number of the customer car on the bill. That license plate leads police to the home of a carpenter named Bruno Richard Hauptmann. When they search Hauptmann's garage, they find $14,000 of the ransom money hidden in oil cans and hollowed out wood. But the most damning piece of evidence comes from the attic. A wood expert analyzes the ladder found at the crime scene. He notices that one rail of the ladder is made from a specific type of wood that matches the flooring in Hauptmann's attic. In fact, the grain patterns align perfectly with a board missing from Hauptmann's own floor. It was as if the wood was testifying against him. Hauptmann claims he is innocent. He says a friend left the money with him before returning to Germany and passing away there. But the evidence, the handwriting, the money, the wood, is overwhelming. The trial is a media circus, the first of its kind. The world watches as the case is laid out. Hauptmann is found guilty. To the very end, he maintains he did not do it. To this day, theories persist. Was Hauptmann working alone? Did John in the cemetery have a partner? The case was officially closed, but the shadow it cast over history remains. It ended the age of innocence and reminded the world that even heroes aren't untouchable.